Look how to start up a piggery farm, its major challenges and a possible solution as a beginner. Pig farming can simply be defined as the raising and breeding of domestic pigs for local consumption and commercial purpose. Farming helps the local population and the pork meat serve as a source of protein to humanity. As a beginner, in order to succeed in this production, there are certain factors we must put into consideration. Among these factors are the following. 1. Capital. The require factor in production. It helps to determine the growth of the farm and the improvement of the animals. There are two types of capitals. We have fixed capitals that includes things like land, building and other equipments that are used in order to construct the piggery and use it for their growth for the farming. And we also have the running capital that includes necessary things like their drugs, feed and the payment of labor. A piggery farm needs to be run for some time before we start expecting cash flow for at least 8 months. Within these 8 months, investment will be put and capital will be needed to produce what we call this running capital like feed, drugs and labor, which will only be flowing into the farm until when it's about 8 months that we will start expecting income from the farm. That they will start removing pigs and making some profit and expecting cash flow from the farm. 2. We also need to talk about skills and knowledge. Knowing how to successfully manage a pig farm is very important. This will prevent costly mistakes in the running of the enterprise. The farmer needs to be trained in pig husbandry and how to treat his or her own animals alone with or without the intervention of a veterinarian personnel. Point 3. The breeding stock. Farmers who are new into this field should be prepared to pay high price for quality stock. Poor quality stock may be cheaper in the beginning, but in the long run will be very expensive and costly to both the farm and the enterprise and the proprietor. Point 4. We talk also about the market. This happens also to be a very important point. Identify a ready market for your pigs before starting the production is very important for farmers who are still to start. Moreover, the price he receive for pigs should be capable of bringing in profit to the enterprise. Point 5. Water. Water is very necessary in a piggery. Pigs need enough water for drinking and also cleaning the piggery with. Any pigsty that is well cleaned and disinfected will help to prevent it from diseases and will keep the animals very healthy and good looking. Good pigsty should be washed thoroughly once per day. Lactating pigs need enough water, enough drinking water for milk production. On a hot day, pigs need more water to drink than in a cold day. Point 6. Housing. Pigsty ought to be constructed in such a way that workers will not face difficulties when working. especially during working hours. Poor housing can lead to poor performance of the stock and the feed wastage, which may otherwise lead to stunted growth and bring forth unhealthy animals. Point 7. Feed availability. Feed account for about 80% of the production cost of a pigsty. A guaranteed supply of feed is not optional for any pig project. Feed as well need to be supplied constantly and all the time in the farm, for it is very necessary for the pigs for their growth. And moreover, quality feed is highly needed for pigs production, especially lactating pigs and piglets. Despite putting all these above factors in place, there are still some challenges that all pig farmers who are at the beginning stage must face. But as time goes on, having a possible solution to these factors would not be a problem. Some of these challenges that these pig farmers face are: 1. Reproduction. As a newcomer into this field, it is very possible for you to miss the heat sign of a female pig. This in effect will lengthen the productivity of the farm. The signs of a pig which is on heat before entering into this business. Some of these heat signs include female pig mounting orders, swollen and red vulva, more excited, especially when the pig sees human being coming closer, accept crossing from a male very easily. Point 2. Maintenance of pigs in pregnancy. Gestation period for a pig lasts for 115 days. Within this 115 days, it is a period that attention needs to be paid within the pigsty, especially to the pigs that are pregnant. It is always very important to be available and ready when pigs show signs of farrowing, in order to intervene when need arises. The pen needs to be well prepared before the arrival of the unborn piglets, especially in a big farm where we have farrowing crates which will prevent the mother from crushing the babies when you want to turn round. Litters like rice bran, straw and hay can be used like beddings for the piglets to provide heat to them during the first few days. Point 3. Maintenance and rearing of piglets. When the bedding is warm, the piglets grow faster and healthier. The piglets need a comfortable place to eat. Pigs with piglets, if not well fed, would develop a decline in their physical condition during lactation period. On the other way around, makes the milk produced to the piglet to be very poor in quality, causing the piglets not to grow well and might even develop diseases like E. coli. Pig farming needs a lot of hygienic condition. Cleaning, vaccination and Constant treatment when need arises in a farm always secure the animals. Any signs of a disease should be intervened as often as possible. This will help properly in the building up of the farm. All this put in place, any beginner will be able to succeed in pig production without facing some difficulties, and will grow faster and possibly increase the farm within a limited period of time. Thanks for watching.
Tẹt tôi chưa? Xây nè.